Hi guys, so I'm going to run through a quick couple of examples of factorising and solving a quadratic where you've got a term in front of x squared, okay, and multiple in front of x squared. So all you need to do is that term needs multiplying by the end one. So 3 times minus 10 is minus 30. So you're looking for two numbers that multiply to make minus 30, but still add together to give me minus 13. Okay, so be very careful not to get tripped up with this one. Because we are looking to multiply to give a negative number, I know in terms of my brackets, it's 1 plus and 1 minus. And because this time we're starting with a term in front of x squared, that becomes the start of both of our brackets. Okay, and we will simplify later to correct that, because obviously at the minute you'd get a bit too many x squareds. But if you look at this, I could do 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 4s don't go in, 5 and 6. So I need a pair that's going to give me 13, bearing in mind one of them is positive and one of them is negative. So this pair would give me 13. If I did 2 as my positive term, subtract 15. So that 2 take away 15 gives me minus 13. So I need the positive number to be a 2, the negative number to be 15. So that would not count at GCSE as your factorised form because you haven't simplified. This first one, there's nothing I can divide 3x or 2 by, so it stays as it is. This one, both of these numbers can divide by 3. I get x minus 5. That then means when I take them out the brackets to actually solve, this one's still nice and easy. You just flip the sign, I get x equals 5. This one's slightly more complicated. When you take it out the brackets, basically pretend the 3 is not there for a minute. If it was just x plus 2, I know I'd get minus 2 because we always flip the sign. But the extra 3 goes on the bottom, I get minus 2/3. And that's it. You have factorised and solved that quadratic. So what I would say is pause the video and have a go at this one. And then listen through and just make sure you're getting it right. So I forgot the equals 0 on there. All you're going to do is first term multiplied by the end one. So 8 times minus 3 is minus 24. So we're looking for two numbers, multiply to make minus 24. But still add together to give us a positive 10. So if we work out all our pairs, I've got 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, and there's all my pairs. Okay, now go back to the question. We know that because it's an 8x squared, to start with, both my brackets are going to start with 8x. We know that we're multiplying to give a negative number. Now, the only way to multiply and get a negative number is if one is positive and one is negative. So now we can look at our values. We need a pair of numbers that I can get 10 from, bearing in mind one of them is positive and one is negative. So if I use this one and this one, for example, both would have to be the same symbol to give me a positive 10. But if I use this one, I could have positive 12, subtract 2, would give me a positive 10. So I need the plus to be a 12 and the minus to be a 2. And again, that wouldn't count at GCSE as your factorised form. You need to simplify first. Now this bracket, both of those numbers divide by 4. So I get 2x plus 3. Second bracket, both of these numbers divide by 2. I get 4x minus 1. And you can always check that you've simplified far enough. If you multiply the first two, 2x times 4x gives me 8x squared. And if you multiply the last two, 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. I know I'm likely to have got that right. That then means when we come to the solve part and you take them out the brackets, positive 3 becomes minus 3. The number in front of the x goes on the bottom of the fraction. So x equals minus 3 over 2. So if you look at the second one, negative 1 now becomes positive 1. The 4 goes on the bottom of the fraction. So my two answers are x equals minus 3 over 2 and x equals a quarter. Hopefully those are nice and straightforward and you've got some to have a go at today.